Say hello! Hello, cruel world. Actually, it's a beautiful world. It's a Friday. It is gorgeous out. We have zero complaints, don't we? Thank you for that very rich commentary. Totally forgot to put lipstick on, but hey, that's cool. We're just out here living life. Yeah. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm sure many of you guys are going to be very happy to know that I am doing a plan with me for June. I didn't do one for May and I was not expecting so much heartbreak. Like, I got so many comments of people being like, where's the May plan with me? And I was like, I was traveling for like all of April, so I didn't really plan May. And honestly, May was one of those months where it got away from me, you know? I was a little preoccupied. Do you feel? Also, this is decaf. Please be proud of me. I'm trying to limit my caffeine intake. I feel great. Like, I don't have that like icky, jittery, nauseous, whatever. I'm pretty sure it was this time last year actually that I did like a month or two off of coffee completely. Do you guys remember that? What a time. Also, I need to show you this because look what Bentley just did. Are you cozy? You look cozy. You're a Friday vibe in itself, bud. I'm getting so used to daily vlogging now that like pulling my camera and just showing you guys what's actually the haps rather than making it so cookie cutter professional has been nice. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. For today's video, we are doing a plan with me for June. I am not going to be using my planner and I'm not gonna be using my dry erase. This is gonna be very different. We're going back to the good old bullet journal. My agenda started to feel a little bit like a prison, like a trap. It was something that was giving me more anxiety in the last like few weeks than it was helping me, I guess, because if my day tended to go a different way or if a task that was on there ended up taking more time than I thought and I couldn't get to the other tasks, I wouldn't have time to get those done before waking up to the following day and needing to get those ones done. And so it was just starting to make me feel like, you know, just overwhelmed and feeling like I was constantly behind, when in all reality, like, you should be able to just like maneuver and move things around and not be so structured and let kind of like the universe guide you too. And so for that reason, I decided to go back over to my bullet journal and just change up the way that I kind of lay out my planning schedules or the things that I'm trying to kind of create or complete in my life. So we're gonna do monthly goals, we're gonna do summer bucket lists, we're gonna do a dream board for June, like to manifest some things for the summer / this month. Really quick before we start, I thought it would be fun since you guys have been seeming to enjoy it. And yesterday I went and got a tarot reading done at the rock store, so I'm just feeling super inspired by tarot right now. I thought it would be kind of fun to ask the tarot cards how June's gonna be. So let's start with that. What do we got coming in June?
Baby, just
so we got the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups meaning bliss and harmony. At last the card of wishes comes true. When the 9 of Cups appears, worries and fears will be cast away. A new phase of peace and harmony awaits. The world seems to be granting your every wish. Good health, happiness, and even material gains are headed your way. And beside that, we pulled the Ace of Cups, which is new beginnings. So maybe it's the new beginning of an era of bliss and harmony. Also, I don't know why, but these like, both these cards just like breathe June. Like even the colors of them are like very June. So this is the Ace of Cups, and it means Ace marks the beginning of exciting new phases. Since the Suit of Cups deals specifically with love and emotion, you're in for a real treat. Expect either a blissful time of health, which is weird because this means bliss, joy and friendship. A new love could be on the horizon. You may feel that you're making a whole new start. Just go with it and allow the feeling to revitalize your spirit. Next, we have the Daughter of Swords. Honest and insightful. The Daughter of Swords is a young woman whose honesty and insights take her far in life. People truly value her frankness. It almost seems like she's never stops watching. Sometimes this can become a burden for her, as she can't help but noticing the small detail that could have been better. So maybe that's like a warning to just like stay honest and stay observant, but don't like harness that. Don't get too focused. And then last but not least, we have the Son of Wands. And the Son of Wands means charming and adventurous. The Son of Wands is a true charmer. He is handsome and adventurous and seems to say all the right things. But at some point you may find that he becomes hard to know. Trust your instinct with this one. Perfection is an illusion. Okay, we're gonna leave this out. And now we're gonna move on to the planning. So seeing as it is June, I figured we would start things off, you know, with a nice little front cover. I saw something like this, like similar to it on Tumblr, and was like, so I recreated it. Plus, like, I wanted the overall theme of June to just be like plants. Actually, the overall theme of my life has been plants, so just wanted to continue to like bring that forward, you know? So then next, I flipped the page and did a brainstorm page. So this is something that I'm gonna leave kind of open because anytime I have any ideas or anything that pops up or pops through, I wanna put it here. I've been like obsessed with brainstorms and brain nets lately, meaning like you put the topic or whatever is like the main focus in the middle of the page, and then you just like branch off from there and create these like brainstorms of ideas or projects or anything that pops up into your brain. And so this one's gonna be for like the whole month of June. I have video ideas, blog ideas. I'm going to Arizona this month with Bentley, so if there's anything I think of in terms of that trip, I can pop it down there. Playlist ideas, since if you guys didn't know this, I feel like most of you guys do, but I'm like obsessed with making playlists. I upload music playlists like at least every week, if not 2 weeks. My apartment, like I'm gonna go apartment hunting this month, so what I'm kind of trying to look for in an apartment, coming up with a monthly budget, just anything I wanna do, any sort of idea or anything June related that I don't necessarily have like the fundamental whatever to plan it yet, but I want to pop it in the brainstorm because it's like, it's an idea. I feel like brainstorms are super important and they're actually so helpful with like pulling ideas from the universe and like bringing them into the earthly realm. And it doesn't even need to be for like a month. You could do brainstorms for videos, you could do brainstorms for goals, for bucket lists, for anything really. So that's my brainstorms page. And then when you flip the next page, I decided to create a monthly layout so I could look at my month as a whole.
Sometimes I feel
So what I like to do is once I have the whole month mapped out and I've filled in what days are which, and for me, for some reason, I always consider the beginning of the week to be Monday, even though that's like the most like least popular way to fill out a calendar. But for my upload schedule, it just works better. In dark green, I outlined all my upload days so they're easy to spot. And then I use pencil to pencil things in. That way, when things change, it makes such a substantial difference. Like that is one of the main things that I've kind of changed when it comes to planning things lately is using a pencil instead of a pen. Because then I don't get so like, when things change or like things don't go according to plan, you can easily erase it and change things up. For over like, some of these are gonna be like 5-6 weeks from now. So I don't know what I'm gonna wanna film at that point. Sometimes we just come up with ideas as time progresses, and that's kind of finding that balance, you know, between planning and also kind of letting the universe guide us. And I also mapped out my Arizona trip, my blog posts, and again, I used pencil to fill those things in. And then the coffee talk episodes, and I just put episodes 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, because again, the topics of those could change. So there you have it. And then I have just like a little section on the side, and I put a key, because at the end of each week, what I want to do is just write down like a key note or like a key item or something that I kind of learned that unlocked something for me, or like especially when it comes to meditation or when it comes to if I had any like problems, challenges, or whatever, I put the little key because it's like, how did you unlock that problem? What was the solution rather than what was the problem kind of thing, in order to remember it for later on, but also bring it into the next week. So that is my month at a glance. And then the next page, I decided to do a bit of like a summer/monthly mood board and dream board. I printed off some photos that really got me feeling very June and summer inspired and posted them on here. I didn't even get to use all of them. I have so many leftovers, so I think I'm gonna do some sort of DIY with these in one of the coffee chronicles. I just posted like some of my main manifestations, things that I wanna really bring forward this summer. Things like, you know, moving to my apartment. I put 2 little like apartment kind of vibes that I'm kind of hoping to bring forward. Reading at the beach, and also the book says find things to be happy about. And there's this new book I got. You guys will see it in my summer haul video that's coming. Books that I got, home decor that I got, and clothing that I got for the summer. And one of the books that's in there is 100 days to happy, or 100 ways to be happy. And even just the first few pages of it really resonated with me. So that kind of reminded me of that book. So I printed that out. Just like coffee, and she's like, I don't know, just journaling and stuff. And I've been really digging hitting up cafes lately. It's been like this thing I've been doing. Like, girl, just living her best life, traveling, cheersing a glass of wine to the air, which could be me cheersing you guys, could be me who knows. We got some yoga, of course, how could we forget? A bunch of wine glasses because friends, bike, and then this says love and read books. So these are just some images that just really make me feel like inspired and fun and motivated for the summertime. So I feel like following up like the month with a little bit of like a visualization is going to, you know, just get that good energy going. So the next page, I decided to do my summer bucket list, and I wrote out the ones that are mandatory. For my summer bucket list, some of the things I put on here were go camping, go to Canada's Wonderland, my Chicago road trip, which would be end of June, early July, BC, which would also be in July, so I guess I can't get all of these done in June. Afternoon brunch pants with big giant sunglasses and go patio hopping. Like, yes. Go to as many concerts as humanly possible. Go skydiving, indoor and outdoor, because there's indoor skydiving here. Come here, buddy. Come and get it. Come and get it. Come and get it. Check out the farmer's market and cook fresh dinners. That just sounds magical. Have a bonfire, hit the beach a lot, all of that fun stuff. Basically just to inspire me to fulfill my bucket list or summer of my dreams, I guess, you know? I'm just like, I'm so happy that it's summer. This is more like a plan with me for summer. And then on the other side, this is something new that I've decided to do because like I said, I don't want to be too day by day. I'm trying to live my life a little bit more go with the flow. And so instead, what I've been trying to do is set intentions and set like focus points and stuff and just kind of let those things infuse themselves into my life. And of course you still have to have that to-do list, which we will get to, but instead of mapping out every single day, like do these 8 single things, and if you don't do those 8 things, then the next, you know, we've talked about this. Instead, I'm trying to do something a little bit more like this, where it's like at the very top, I decided to put the things I'm trying to manifest and focus on. Again, I haven't fully filled this out because I didn't want to just fill it out for the sake of the video. I really wanted to like sit down and think these through. So I popped a few that I did know off the top of my head. Like, of course, my main focus is always Bentley and health and fitness and wellness and my friendships and family. And then some things I'm trying to manifest are like some good summer memories and my new dream apartment, things like that, which, see what I did there? Underneath that, I have goals and habits. I haven't filled this out yet, but for instance, what I put is like the 6 main goals or habits that I'm gonna try and work on. So it doesn't have to be necessarily like wake up at 6 a.m. every day, which you could put, and then how would be like, I'm gonna do this, or planning out exactly how you're gonna fulfill that goal. You could even just add like a little tracker at the bottom if it was more of like a habit that you were filling out, or you could make it a goal like I wanna learn how to do this by the end of June, or I wanna read 4 books by the end of June. And then in the how, you could write what books you're gonna read, and again, you could make one of these little bars like a little progress tracker, which if you're curious how to do that, underneath that, I did my budget, because another big thing that I really wanna get into, and I have before, as you get older, the earlier you learn it, the better you get at it, the better you set yourself up for the future. So I want to stop aimless spending and just like out of sight, out of mind, and I really want to start budgeting this month. I'm in a very limbo state of my life where I was debating moving out west for a little bit, I was debating moving overseas at one point, and then I realized there's just something about Toronto that I'm not ready to let go of yet. I want to rent another year just to try out a different area of Toronto. And if I still feel that like, you know, that like feeling that I want to go live somewhere else, I'm not tied down to anything. Or if at the end of my next apartment, I feel like I'm still just wanting to root myself in Toronto, then I'll buy. So my 2018 resolution of buying my dream condo will be postponed to 2019, but I'm okay with that because I like this idea better. It just feels more right. It's sitting more right in my core. I want to get exactly what I want kind of thing. So I want to save for that, but I also really want to save for travel. Like traveling has been something that has been so, it's just been like calling me this year. Adventurous, outside my comfort zone things, just something I never thought I would be able to do on my own, but it's something that I've really fallen in love with. So with budgeting, like even just something as simple as getting better at budgeting my groceries could save me hundreds of dollars for money towards food on trips. When my income comes through for the month of June, I'm gonna write it at the top, then I'm gonna subtract everything I pay for my bills, and then whatever expenses I have for work, because I work technically for myself, I do have to expense some money. Then whatever's left over, I'm gonna decide how much I wanna try and spend on groceries for the whole month, how much I have for activities, because I mean, summer bucket list. And then last but not least, how much I want to try and put away into savings. And then I can fill this bar up like a progress tracker as those things kind of get spent or saved. So that's this little spread in my bullet journal. And then when you flip to the next page, this is what I'm really excited about. This is something that I think is huge when it comes to just enjoying life. I decided to make this little June memories because one thing that I'm really trying to work on within myself and just, you know, within my mind and with meditation and mindfulness is not just looking forward and driving forward, but also appreciating the now. Every day in June, at the end of the day, I just want to write down one memory I have from that day. It doesn't need to be huge. It could just literally be like, Bentley and I went for a cool walk, or, you know, I got a new plant, or who knows what it would be. But every single day I just want to write down one really good memory I have of that day. And then beside that, I have my 2 mottos for the month of June. One of them is choose your happy, choosing to focus on the things that make you happy rather than focus on the things that don't make you happy or are outside of your control. So that's my main focus for the month of June. And then the other one is unapologetic. When we were going out the other night, Larissa was like, unapologetic. That's the theme of the summer. And I was like, yes, like even when it comes to vlogging out in public, I'm just gonna be so unapologetic. I did photos with my friend and he just sent me the proofs, and literally even last night in my head, whenever I saw someone looking at us as we were getting photos, in my head I was just like, unapologetic. Don't apologize for being who you are. Don't apologize for standing out and living your best life or speaking out. As long as your intentions are pure, unapologetic. That's the way I see it. And then last but not least, next up. Now this is something that I've already been doing with my bullet journal ever since I ditched my day planner when it started to give me a bit of anxiety, and I'm sure I'll go back to my day planner. I think we all, like, you know what I mean? I feel like it's an ebb and flow type of thing. I'm doing this thing called Next Up, where I just create a border and a bunch of squares, and then whenever I have a to-do list or something that needs to be done in the next whatever day, 2-3 days, I put it up here, and then once it's done, I fill in the square and cross it off. I'll show you guys an example. Like for instance, this is my next step for right now this week, and I just, anytime I'm working on something, I put a half square, I fill it in halfway, but it just makes it so much easier to like keep track of the things that I need to be doing without needing to like pin them to a certain day. And when I wake up, I'm like, what can I get done right now? Like, what can I do in this moment? What can I do in the now? And then I focus on that one task, and when it's done, I cross it off, and then I'm like, okay, what could I do next? You have a shift. You can't just be like, I'm not inspired to go to work today. Like, you have to go to work, obviously. But this would be good for like things you have to do at home, things that you might be trying to accomplish in your personal life, and then maybe create a second system, or in your monthly spread, kind of put in like your shifts or what days you have to work there. There you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's plan with me for June. Again, I wanted to switch it up a little bit by including my summer bucket list, including a little bit of like a monthly dream board. And also, like I said last month, I didn't do a plan with me because I wasn't planning anything. I was so uninspired by it. And now that I'm slowly breaking that mold again and trying to find a balance with incorporating planning, but also incorporating living in the moment, I felt like this was the best way for me to do June, and I feel really happy about it. I feel inspired by this. I put a little tab so it's easy to find, but I can also shut this book and put it away, and I don't need to fill it out every day. I don't need to look at it every day. I can just see what I gotta do, put it away, and then there's no day-to-day planner that's like kind of holding me captive, especially for the summer months. Aside from that, if you guys decide to recreate any of the bullet journal inserts, or just if you're inspired by it and do your own thing with it, definitely let me know. Or if you're just planning out June your own special way, I'd love to see pictures. I've been posting mine today to Insta. Told you guys I was all recording a plan with me. And aside from that, I love you guys to the moon and back. Come here. Say bye. I love you. Just so unfazed. Just zero cares given right now by Bentley. He is truly the epitome of Zen. Oh, are you so cute? We're gonna put Bentley's paw over the camera. You ready? And here we go. Paw up and go. Nice try, buddy.